we have radical and radicants. The number written in the form of this. Here A with radical index of radical n. In this expression, this A is called radicand. This sign is radical sign, and this n is index of radical. This is called index of radical. Now we write this number into exponential form. How we write into exponential form? We write it into exponential form as a raised to power 1 by n. Here this a we called base. Therefore base and radicands are same. Base, if we write it into exponential form, we called a as a base, or simply we called a as radicand. This whole 1 by a is called its exponent or power. Exponent, or this n, only n is called index of radical. Index of radical. Now we move on next properties. Properties of radicals are properties of radical. First property we define. The first property is if we have a raised to power n, dot means here multiplication, a raised to power m, that is both the bases are same, then we write base one time and add the power. For example, if we have 3 raised to power 4 into 3 raised to power 2, bases are same, which are 3, therefore we write 3 one time and we add the power. It becomes 3 raised to power 6. Clear? Now we come across the second property. The second property is if we have a raised to power n, a raised to power m, the number written in a divisible form, we subtract m by n, m from n. For example, we consider the same numbers, that 3 raised to power 4 by 3 raised to power 2. As we see that bases of both the numbers are same, therefore we subtract the powers with each other, that is 4 minus 2. It becomes 3 raised to power 2, that is 3 square. Now we move on the next third property. Third property is if we have a raised to power n bracket m, we multiply these two powers, n multiply by m. For example, how we write? Let's suppose 3 raised to power 2 bracket, there is n. It becomes 3 raised to power 2n. Or the other example we write here, 3 raised to power 2 with 4. We multiply 2 with 4, it becomes 3 raised to power 8. Next one property is if we have a number written in the form of a divided by b whole power negative n. If we replace or change the position of numerator and denominator, that is, if we take b in numerator and a in denominator, then b our a power become positive. Power becomes positive. If we take numerator into denominator or denominator into numerator, then power becomes positive. At last, we write the fifth one. Suppose if we have 1 by n a raised to power negative n. If we convert a into numerator form, in numerator position, then its power becomes positive. If we write 1 in base, it becomes a raised to power n. These are all the properties we used in exercise 2.4. Now we come across exercise 2.4. In exercise 2.4, page number 46. First part, question number 1. Here use laws of exponents to simplify. Here we are used the laws of exponent to simplify the given question or statement or expression. The first part is 243 raised to power negative 2 by 3, 32 raised to power negative 1 by 5, our 196 raised to power negative 1. First of all, we take LCM of all these numbers. LCM of all these numbers. Here we take the LCM of 32. If we divide 32 by 2, it becomes 16. Again we divide it by 2, it becomes 8. Again divide it by 2, it becomes 4. Again it becomes 2, and at last it becomes 1. Similarly, if we take the LCM of 196 by calculator, with the help of calculator, we see that if we multiply 14 by 14, it becomes 196. Or we take the long LCM method. Similarly, if we have 243, we divide it with 3, it becomes 81. Again with 3, it becomes 27. Again with 3, it becomes 9. 3, it becomes 3. And then 3, at last it becomes 1. Now we start to solve our question. First step of the question we sort out here is we change the powers from negative to positive. First of all, here we write again question, that is 243 negative 2 by 3, 32 negative 1 by 5, our 196 raised to power negative 1. When we convert numerator into denominator and denominator into numerator, we see that all the powers becomes positive. That is, its powers become positive 1. When we take 243 in denominator, that is 243, its power also becomes positive. Then 32 raised to power 1 by 5, its power also becomes positive. Okay. Now we move on the next page. Here we see that 196 is 14 square and there is a square root on it. Now we see here 243 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. If we multiply 3 5 times, then it becomes 243. We write here 3 raised to power 5 is equal to 2 by 3. Similarly, Here we see that if we multiply 2 5 times, then it becomes 32. Therefore, we write 32 as 2 raised to power 5 and whole power is 1 by 5. In the next step, we cancel out square with square root, 5 with fifth root, and then simplify it. What's the next step is 14. 3. If we multiply 5 with 2, it becomes 10 by 3, and here we have 2 raised to power 1. After more simplification, we see that if we divide 14 by 2, we have 7, and 10 by 3 after division becomes 3 whole 1 by 3, or we can write it as 3 plus 1 by 3. After division, it becomes 3 plus 1 by 3. Here we write the next step. The next step is 7 divided by 3 raised to power 3 plus 1 by 3 into 1. Now we sort out it here. After more simplification, we get 7, 3 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 1 by 3. As by properties of radicals, we see that if we have same basis, that is n and a raised to power m, we add it. We add the powers and write the base one time. Similarly, here we split the power. Therefore, we get 7 over 27, and we write this number into radical form. What is the radical form of this number? 3 whole 3, which is our required answer. Okay. Now we move on the next part, part number 3. The part number 3 is question number 1, part number 3. Here we see the part number 3 is x raised to power negative 2, y raised to power negative 1, z raised to power negative 4, over x raised to power 4, y raised to power negative 3, z raised to power 0, whole power negative 3. We study the property of radical that if we have a raised to power n bracket m, we multiply these two powers, that is n is multiplied with m. Here we see that inside we have x raised to power minus 2, y raised to power minus 1, and z raised to power minus 4. Similarly, in denominator we have x raised to power 4, y raised to power negative 3, and z raised to power 0. But as a whole, we have a power negative 3. We multiply this negative 3 with the powers of every variable. Then we get, what we get after multiplication? We get x raised to power negative 2 multiplied by negative 3, y raised to power negative 1 multiplied by negative 3, z raised to power negative 4 multiplied by negative 3, divided by x raised to power 4 multiplied by negative 3, y raised to power negative 3 multiplied by negative 3, and z raised to power 0 multiplied by negative 3. After simplification, we see that it becomes x raised to power 6, because negative and negative become positive. 2 multiplied by 3 becomes 6. Similarly, y raised to power 3. Similarly, it becomes y raised to power 3 and z raised to power 12. And in denominator form, it becomes x raised to power negative 12, because 4 is positive and 3 is negative. Positive and negative becomes negative. y raised to power 9 and 0 is multiplied by some number, it becomes 0. Now we shift these into a more simplest form. We have, if we shift it into a more simplest form, we have x raised to power 6 into x raised to power positive 12, because x raised to power negative 12, when we convert into numerator form, its power becomes positive. And we have z raised to power 12. In denominator we have left y raised to power 9. If we convert y raised to power 3 in denominator, it becomes y raised to power negative 3. And the important result, that is something raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Anything, if we have a raised to power 0, if we have b raised to power 0, if we have some number raised to power 0, any number or any expression or variables raised to power 0 becomes 1. Therefore, instead of z raised to power 0, we write 1. Now, after more simplification, we see that here bases are same, therefore we add the powers, that is 6 plus 12. Similarly, we have z raised to power 12. We have similar power, therefore we add the similar base, we add the powers. Here we see that y raised to power 9 and y raised to power negative 3. Y raised to power 9, y raised to power negative 3. After adding both, we have y raised to power 9 minus 3. Now, after more simplification, it becomes x raised to power 18 and z raised to power 12. Our y raised to power 6, which is our required answer. It's clear to everyone? Please raise your hand if there is any problem. Raise your hand. Okay. The next part, the part number 4, is very, very important. The part number 4 of the question number 1, which is very, very important. Exam point of view, 81 raised to power n, 3 raised to power 5, 3 raised to power 4 n negative 1. Similarly, 243 our 9 raised to power 2 n into 3 raised to power 3. Here we are to simplify this question into its simplest form. First of all, we write LCM of 81, 243. As earlier we write the LCM of 243. First of all, we write here the LCM of 81. What is the LCM of 81? 3, it becomes 27, then again 3, it becomes 9, then again 3, it becomes 3, and at last 3 at 1. Similarly, if we take the LCM of 243, it becomes 3, 81, 3, 27, 3, 9, 3, 3 and 3, 1. Which means that if we multiply 3 4 times, then it becomes 81. If we multiply 3 5 times, then it becomes 243. Here we write the pairs of 81 raised to power n, 3 raised to power 5, 3 raised to power 4n minus 1, 243. After dividing it with 9 raised to power 2 and 3 raised to power 3. Now, we write the pairs of 81, which is 3 raised to power 4 and there is n as a whole power. Now we have 3 raised to power 5 negative. Here we split 3 raised to power 4n into 3 raised to power negative 1. As we see that the powers are subtracted or added, we say it added. That's why we write with the same base, that 3 raised to power 4n and 3 raised to power minus 1. And for 243 we write it 3 raised to power 5. 9 is 3 square into 2n and 3 raised to power 3. Here we convert this 81 into 3 raised to power 4 and this 243 into 3 raised to power 5, and this expression after splitting power, because base are same, we write base 2 times and split it into single and single power. Now after simplification we have it becomes 3 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 5, negative 3 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 4. How it becomes 4? Because if we add this negative 1 with this positive 5, negative 1 plus 5 becomes 4. Similarly, in denominator, we see that it becomes 3 raised to power 4n and 3 raised to power 3. How it becomes 3 raised to power 4n? Because this 2 is multiplied with this 2, it becomes 4. Now in next step, we separate out 3 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 5. Our 3 raised to power 4n into 3 raised to power 3. Negative 3 raised to power 4n into 3 raised to power 4. Our 3 raised to power 4n into 3 raised to power 3. What we do here? We split this denominator by both the expression. The first expression is 3 raised to power 4n dot 3 raised to power 5, and then there is a negative sign in between them. The second is 3 raised to power 4n, 3 raised to power 4. We split this denominator with both the expression or number. Now after simplification, 3 raised to power 4n and 3 raised to power 4n both are same, therefore we divide it by the table or we cut down it. Clear? Now using law of exponent, we have same basis 3 raised to power 4n, we subtract the power. There are again same basis, we subtract the power. Now we see here it becomes 3 raised to power 2 and it becomes 3 raised to power 1. 3 raised to power 2 becomes 9, that is 3 multiplied by 3 becomes 9, and 3 raised to power 1 is 3. After 3 is cancelling with 9 or subtracting from 9, we get the required answer 6, which is our required answer. The question is very, very important. That's why we solve it with little bit more steps. Now we move on question number 2. Question number 2 is show that, here we are to show that x raised to power a over x raised to power b whole a plus b. There is a multiplication sign, x raised to power b over x raised to power c whole b plus c. Similarly, x raised to power c, x raised to power a, c plus a is equal to 1. Here we are to show that this expression, that is the left hand side, is equal to right hand side. Therefore, first of all, here we take the left hand side and solve it, and to find the result, which is 1, that is right hand side. Now here we take left hand side. What is left hand side? Left hand side is x raised to power a, x raised to power b whole raised to power a plus b, multiplication x raised to power b, x raised to power c whole raised to power b plus c, there is a multiplication sign, x raised to power c, x raised to power a whole c plus a. Here we take the left hand side. Left hand side is x raised to power a divided by x raised to power b whole power a plus b. Similarly, x raised to power b over x raised to power c whole power b plus c. Similarly, x raised to power c over x raised to power a whole power c plus a. Now we solve it and we convert it into a right hand side, and right hand side is 1. By laws of exponent, we use laws of exponent. What is first law of exponent? That if two numbers are in divisible divided form, then we subtract. If the base is same, then we subtract the power. Here we see that the bases are same, therefore powers are subtracted from each other. It becomes x raised to power a minus b whole a plus b. Similarly, x raised to power b minus c whole b plus c, and last x raised to power c minus a whole c plus a. In 8th standard, we use the formula. If you remember, we read the formula or use the formula so many times. What the formula we use in 8th standard? A square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b or a plus b and a minus b. This a square minus b square, which is the formula which we used in standard 8, which is equal to a plus b and a minus b. If we have a plus b and a minus b, then instead of a plus b and a minus b, we write a square minus b square. Here we write x raised to power a square minus b square. Similarly, x raised to power b square minus c square. Similarly, x raised to power c square minus a square. Okay. Now the next step of radical properties of radical is, the next step is, here we see that bases are same, then we add all the powers. We write base one time and add all the power, which is a square minus b square is added with b square minus c square is added with c square minus a square. Here we see that we have a positive a square and a negative a square. We have a positive a square and negative a square. Both are cancelled with each other. Similarly, we have a negative b square and positive a square. Both are cancelled with each other. Similarly, c square negative c square cancel with each other. Now, what we have left? We have left x raised to power 0. Something raised to power 0 is always, something raised to power 0 is always, something raised to power 0 is always is equal to 1. Something raised to power 0 is always is equal to 1, which is our right hand side. Something always raised to power 0 is equal to 1, which is our right hand side, which is our required answer. It's clear to everyone? Okay. If it clear to everyone, then now we move our next question. The next question of the exercise 2.4, the question number 3, part number 1. Question number 3, part number 1. Question number 3, simplify. Simplify. Here we also simplify the given expression. The given expression is 2 raised to power 1 by 3, 27 raised to power 1 by 3. A dot sign or multiplication sign means multiplication. Cross sign means multiplication 1 by 2. Similarly, 180 raised to power 1 by 2, 4 raised to power negative 1 by 3, and 9 raised to power 1 by 4. How we solve this into a simplest form? First of all, solution. We write question again. which is 2 raised to power 1 by 3, 27 raised to power 1 by 3, 60 raised to power 1 by 2, similarly 180 raised to power 1 by 2, 4 raised to power negative 1 by 3, and 9 raised to power 1 by 4. Here we see that we have so many numbers, but we taking only LCM of 27, which becomes 3, 3, 3 and 1. That is 3 raised to power 3 becomes 27. Now here we write 2 raised to power 1 by 3 into 27 can be written as 3 raised to power 3. 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 1 by 3. Here we cannot split 60 because the reason is that we write 180 in denominator form as, in denominator form 180 can be written as 60 into 3 raised to power 1 by 2. 60 into 3 becomes 180. Here we write 9 raised to power 1 by 4. But what we do with 4 raised to power negative 1 by 3? We move it in from denominator to numerator. When it goes in numerator, its power becomes positive. Its powers become positive. Now, after more simplification, we see that 2 raised to power 1 by 3, this 3 is cancelled with this 3, it becomes only 3 raised to power 1. Similarly 60 raised to power 1 by 2, and we write it as 2 raised to power 2 by 3, because 4 can be written as 2 square, which 2 multiply 1 by 3 and it becomes 2 by 3. Now we split the power on 60 1 by 2 and 3 raised to power 1 by 2. We take the power 1 by 2 on 60 and similarly on 3, and we write 3 square, because 3 square becomes 9, 1 by 4. Now after simplification, we see here 60 raised to power 1 by 2 and 60 raised to power 1 by 2 same in numerator and denominator. That's why we cancel them, and we have 2 is cancelled out with 4. It becomes 2. On the next page, we have 2 raised to power 1 by 3, 3 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2 by 3, into 3 raised to power 1 into 2 raised to power 2 by 3. In division form, we have 3 raised to power 1 by 2 and 3 raised to power 1 by 2. 3 raised to power 1 by 2, after simplification this, it becomes 3 raised to power 1 by 2. That is, this becomes 3 raised to power 1 by 2. Now, after more simplification, we see here, if we write 2 raised to power 1 by 3 and 2 raised to power 2 by 3 and 3 raised to power 1. Similarly, 3 raised to power 1 by 3, 1 by 2 and 3 raised to power 1 by 2. Here we see that some powers are, some bases are same. That is, the base this 2 is same as the base this 2. We add the powers of 2, which becomes 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Similarly, the next one is 3 raised to power 1. In numerator, the bases are same. We add the powers 1 by 2, 1 by 2. After calculating it with calculator or taking the LCM, here we taking the LCM of 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. What is LCM? LCM is 1 plus 2, it becomes 3 by 3, and 3 by 3 after cancellation becomes 1. After cancellation becomes 1. Therefore, instead of write 2 raised to power 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, we write only 1 into 3 raised to power 1 divided form. When we take the LCM of 1 by 2, 1 by 2, or simply we know that half and half becomes positive 1. But if we take the LCM, it again becomes 1, that is 2 by 2 becomes 1. Therefore, we write here 3 raised to power 1. 3 raised to power 1 in numerator and 3 raised to power 1 in denominator are cancelled with each other. We get the required result, which is, here we write, which is 2, is our required answer. We have only 4 minutes. If there is any question related to question number 3, part number 1, then raise your hand. Otherwise, we move onward. दो part हो जाएंगे. Any question?
Sir, it's all clear.
Yes?
It's all clear.
It's all clear. Okay. Now we have only 4 minutes and we solve the part number, question number 3, part number. Inshallah, we solve it within a 4 minutes. Question number 3, part number 3. The part number 3 is 5 raised to power 2 raised to power 3. When it divided by 5 raised to power 2 bracket 3, there is a difference between these two numbers. Both the numbers are different numbers. Here we see that 5 raised to power 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to power 3 means we multiply 2 3 times. We multiply 2 3 times. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 becomes 8. Okay. Now we have 5 2 into 3. Here we multiply these powers. After multiplication, after taking 2 raised to power 3, we have 8, and after multiplying 2 with 3, we have 6. There is a division sign in between them. In division, what we do if the bases are same? If the bases are same, then we subtract the powers with each other. It becomes 5 square, and 5 square becomes 25, because 5 into 5 is equal to 25. 5 square means 5 into 5, and 5 into 5 means 25. Okay? Amin Shah, what's your question? Amin Shah, is there any problem?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, why did you wrote 5?
Yes? Please repeat again. We didn't hear your voice.
Sir, he
Okay.
was saying, then why did you raise your hand?
Repeat
No,
again.
sir. सर ये देखे सर पहले क्वेश्चन में सर 5 फिर 3 and 2 लिखा है आपने, फिर आपने 8 लिख दिया नीचे, ये कैसे हुआ?
Yes.
सर 8 कैसे है सर? 5
Okay. 5 power 8. Here we see that we have 2 raised to power 3, and on the rough work we write 2 raised to power 3 as 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. If we multiply 2 3 times, it becomes 8. Therefore, instead of 2 raised to power 3, we write here 8. Similarly, in the next step, we see that 2 is multiplied with 3. 2 multiplied by 3 becomes 6. 2 multiplied by 3 becomes 6. Okay. Now there is a division sign in between both the numbers, and bases are same. By the laws of or properties of exponent, we see that properties of exponent: when the number are divided with each other and bases are same, we subtract powers of the number. After subtraction, 6 is subtracted from 8, we get 2. That is 5 raised to power 2. 5 raised to power 2 means we multiply 5 to